The rain crashed down, a relentless curtain of water that blurred the city's sharp edges and drowned out the usual morning sounds. In minutes, the streets transformed into rushing rivers, water swirling around curves and pooling at every corner, making each step a challenge. Amara clutched her portfolio tightly to her chest, heart pounding as she darted through the downpour, late for the interview that could change her life forever. Every second lost felt like a door closing. Each hurried step sent icy water splashing into her shoes, soaking her feet and sending chills up her spine. Her anxiety mounted with every block, the city's chaos echoing her own. She pictured the warm, gleaming lobby of Sterling Corporation, the firm handshake, the hopeful smile of a new beginning. She imagined her future unfolding, one opportunity at a time. But the storm battered her confidence. Her carefully chosen outfit was ruined, her hair plastered to her face, her professional image washed away by the rain. As she rounded a corner, she slowed, her attention caught by an old man huddled in a bookstore alcove, shivering and utterly alone, his thin coat no match for the cold. He wasn't begging, just existing, invisible to the world as people hurried past, eyes averted, lost in their own storms. Amara's mind screamed at her to keep moving. Her future was at stake and every second counted, but her feet slowed, her resolve wavering. Something about his quiet stillness, his silent endurance, rooted her to the spot. She couldn't look away. In that moment, she saw not just a stranger, but a person, cold, hungry, forgotten by a world too busy to care. Her own problems, so overwhelming just moments before, suddenly seemed smaller, less urgent in the face of real suffering. The interview, the job, the money, all the things she'd been chasing, were supposed to lead to a better life, a future she dreamed of for years. But what was a better life if it meant ignoring suffering right in front of her? Was ambition worth it if it cost her compassion? The choice was immediate. Ambition pulled her forward, whispering of success, but her heart held her back, urging her to act. She hesitated, caught in a storm of indecision, torn between her dreams and her conscience, between what she wanted and what felt right. The rain kept falling, relentless, as if the world itself was urging her to make a choice. Amara stood, motionless in the downpour, caught between two worlds, one of ambition, the other of empathy. Her next step uncertain, but more important than ever. The weight in Amara's bag was more than just her resume, it was her only meal for the day, a small comfort in a difficult world. Her stomach growled, but the man's needs seemed even greater. She remembered times when a stranger's kindness had meant everything. The choice was clear. Kneeling beside him, she offered her lunch. "I'm not very hungry," she lied, forcing a smile. The man stared, surprised, then slowly accepted the bag. A tear mingled with the rain on his cheek. "Thank you," he whispered. Amara nodded, her own hunger forgotten for a moment. The city rushed by, indifferent, but in that alcove, something quietly shifted. She stood, feeling lighter despite her empty stomach. The man's gratitude lingered with her as she turned away. Her act was small, but it mattered. She hurried on, soaked and late, but changed. The rain felt less cold. Her heart, a little warmer. She pressed on toward her uncertain future. Amara jogged through the rain, hunger gnawing, doubt rising. She entered Sterling Corporation's lobby, dripping and out of place among the polished professionals. The receptionist eyed her damp clothes and lateness with thinly veiled disapproval. "Mr. Sterling is waiting. Shao, wow, Shao bin so. Now, so Dao with already." Amara's heart sank. She was late, disheveled, and sure she'd blown her chance. The elevator ride was silent, her reflection anxious and pale. She tried to compose herself, but the day's events weighed heavily. Still, she pressed on, determined to face whatever came next. The doors opened to a plush reception. An assistant greeted her warmly, leading her to a set of imposing oak doors. Amara's hand trembled as she reached for the knob. This was it, the final hurdle. She entered, nerves frayed, hope flickering. The office was vast, the city spread out below. Behind the desk sat a man, watching her closely. Something about his face seemed hauntingly familiar. Amara's breath caught as realization dawned. The man behind the desk was older, dignified, but unmistakably the same man from the alcove. Amara froze, mind reeling. Was it possible? Was this a trick of exhaustion? He smiled gently, breaking the silence. "Please, have a seat, Amara." She sat, stunned, unable to speak. "You look surprised," he said, a knowing glint in his eyes. The lines on his face were from laughter, not hardship, but the kindness was the same. "I want to thank you for your kindness today," he continued. Amara's confusion faded, replaced by understanding. This was no coincidence. The real interview had started on the street. He explained, "I look for people with character, not just credentials. Others walked by. You stopped. You gave when you had little to spare." Amara listened, heart pounding, as he revealed the true test. Her act of compassion had not gone unnoticed. The room, once intimidating, now felt full of possibility. Mr. Sterling leaned forward, his eyes sharp and his voice steady, filling the room with a sense of gravity. Every year, I test candidates this way. Skills can be taught, character cannot. It's easy to impress with a resume, but true values reveal themselves in unexpected moments. He described how, time and again, others had hurried past him, their eyes fixed on their own ambitions, too busy to notice anyone else's struggle. You were late, soaked, hungry, yet you stopped to help. You didn't hesitate, even when it cost you your comfort and your time. That's the quality I want in my company. Compassion, integrity, and the courage to do what's right, even when no one is watching. Amara's anxiety melted into relief and gratitude, her heart pounding with disbelief and joy. The job wasn't about perfect timing or appearance, it was about heart, about the willingness to put others first, even in small ways. The position is Director of Community Outreach, he said, his tone warm. You're uniquely qualified, not just by your experience, but by your actions. He extended his hand, a genuine smile breaking through his stern demeanor. The job is yours, if you want it. Tears welled in Amara's eyes, tears of joy, relief and pride in knowing she had stayed true to herself. She shook his hand, her voice trembling with emotion. Yes, I want it. Thank you for believing in me. That day marked a turning point, a moment she would remember for the rest of her life. Amara's journey had been about more than a job or a title. It was about purpose, empathy, and the courage to choose kindness, even when it seemed no one was watching. She left the office not just employed, but inspired, ready to make a difference in the world around her. Her story was just beginning, filled with hope and new possibilities. The rain outside had never felt so full of promise, each drop a reminder of the day her kindness changed her future. A single act had changed everything, proving that sometimes the smallest gestures can open the biggest doors. Amara threw herself into her new role with passion, eager to make every moment count. Each morning she arrived early, her heart brimming with hope and determination, ready to face the challenges ahead. The office, once unfamiliar, quickly became a place where her dreams took shape. Her own hardships gave her empathy for those she served. She remembered the nights she felt alone, and now, she used those memories to connect deeply with others. Amara listened with genuine care, offering comfort and understanding to those who needed it most. She wasn't just managing a foundation, she was on the ground, listening, helping, making a difference. Amara walked the city streets, meeting people where they were, learning their stories, and finding ways to help them reclaim hope. Under her leadership, the Sterling Foundation flourished. The team grew stronger, united by a shared vision of compassion and progress. Amara inspired her colleagues to believe in the power of kindness. She launched mobile soup kitchens, job training programs, and new initiatives that reached people who had been overlooked for too long. Her hands-on approach brought real change to the community. Amara transformed unused city spaces into safe havens for the homeless, turning forgotten corners into places of hope and safety. Parks and empty lots became vibrant centers of support and renewal. Her first project, the Alcove Project, honored the moment that changed her life. It was more than a shelter, it was a symbol of second chances, a tribute to resilience and the power of compassion. Amara made it her mission to ensure no one felt invisible. She greeted everyone with warmth, reminding them that they mattered, that their stories were seen and valued. The company's culture shifted. Kindness became its core. Employees supported one another, creating an environment where everyone felt welcome and respected. Amara's work inspired others to act with compassion. Volunteers poured in, eager to be part of something meaningful, and the community began to change from within. She found purpose beyond a paycheck. Every day, Amara felt fulfilled, knowing her efforts brought hope and dignity to those who needed it most. Her story spread, touching lives across the city. News outlets, social media, and word of mouth carried her message of hope, inspiring others to believe in change. She proved that business and empathy could coexist. Amara built bridges between the corporate world and the community, showing that success and compassion could go hand in hand. The foundation became a model for others. Organizations from across the city looked to Sterling for guidance, eager to replicate its success and spirit. Amara's journey from the rain-soaked street to the boardroom was a testament to the power of a single choice. Her courage to act in a moment of darkness sparked a wave of transformation. She had been seen, and now she saw others. Amara made it her mission to notice the overlooked, to lift up those who felt forgotten. Her life, and the lives of many, were forever changed. The community thrived, and hope blossomed where despair once lived. The rain that once felt like an obstacle became a symbol of renewal. Each drop reminded Amara of how far she'd come, and how much was still possible. Amara's new beginning was just the start of a greater ripple. Her actions set off waves of kindness, spreading hope and change, far beyond what she could have imagined. Years later, Amara's story became legend at Sterling Corporation. The foundation's impact spread far beyond the city. She never forgot the man in the alcove or the sandwich that started it all. Her story reminded others of the power in a single, selfless choice. The company's culture of kindness inspired employees and other businesses alike. Amara learned that kindness isn't a transaction, it's a ripple that grows. Her one act changed her life, her company, and her community. Employees started their own initiatives, other companies followed. The ripple kept spreading. Amara's journey was about more than a job. It was about the choices that define us. When faced with a dilemma, she chose compassion. That choice changed everything. Kindness, she discovered, can change a day, a life, even the world. It all starts with the courage to stop, to see, and to give, even when all you have to offer is your lunch. And sometimes, that's enough.
What's something people don't know about stories? They never truly end. There's always a new adventure waiting for you. Just pick your next tale and I'll meet you there. Subscribe to the Story Circle and let me know which story I should tell next in the comments.